riding with Iron Spider, man. When the sun hits him for real, he just like really lights up. It's weird.
Sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-dee-ah, whoa. Now you're singing with the swing.
Hey, what up? Welcome back to another 978 Customs video. And right now we got Iron Spider-Man. I know this has been requested from a lot of you guys. Shoot, I even wanted to do this myself a long time ago. I was overwhelmed thinking that it would be hard to do. But before we get into all that, most of you guys are familiar with the Iron Spider-Man that, you guys know him as Peter Parker. The suit was given by Tony Stark, just kind of like an improvement on the suit. But also, it was worn by Amadeus Cho. I think that's his name. I could be mistaken. I have to look that up. But he wore the suit for a little while, and then after he wore the suit, it was stolen. And I think this was a Civil War comic. Don't quote me. But they were worn by some clones or something like that. There were like 3 or 4 Iron Spider suits that had 4 tentacles and not 3, like the classic Iron Spider. And with this one, it has 4. If you guys are familiar with the Superior Venom tentacles, then you know you can remove all of them, so they can have 3 and they can have 4. And later I'll show you that we can have 3 if you wanted to have 3. This can be anyone you want. It can be Amadeus Cho, it can be Peter Parker, it could be one of the clones. It doesn't really matter. I'm actually interested in getting the Shapewave tentacles. They look pretty sweet. I've seen a few people with them already and they use them for Superior Spider-Man, but I want to use it for this guy, and I'm sure it'll be pretty cool. But here's a look at what they look like. So yeah, I pretty much need those to just make this pop out a little more and then have those tentacles articulate. This was a semi-easy custom to make. The only problem with it was probably applying the gold, but everything else was easy. At first I thought it would be complicated because we didn't have all the parts needed, but then I thought about it, and Scarlet Spider was already red at the arms and legs, and I had an extra one because I used the torso for Noir. So I had the extra arms and legs for Scarlet Spider. And then Ben Reilly, I just took his torso off, took those legs off, and kept his torso. So what we're looking at here is a Ben Reilly Spider Carnage torso, Scarlet Spider arms and legs, hands and feet, Superior Venom tentacles, and Superior Spider-Man head, but the eyes were shaved down a bit, like I did big time. Then just painted gold. Another reason why I didn't want to do it is because I wanted to sculpt the logo, and I just never had a chance. I didn't get the Avs epoxy in yet, so doing it with JB Weld is probably not ideal. So I just decided to paint it and see what it looked like. And to be honest, I'm really happy with it. I like the way it looks painted. I think if Hasbro released a painted figure, I'd be satisfied with it. Just if they gave us updated tentacles, I'd be even more happy with it. But even if they gave it to us like this, I probably wouldn't complain, just about the tentacles. If you guys want, I could pull it up and get a closer look for us. Let's see. So if you want, let me take these off really quick. I didn't sculpt the piece in. I was gonna sculpt the piece. For now, I just have some hot glue in there. It's a really thin peg. It doesn't even fit right. It's a little thinner than it should be, so it hangs off. I didn't paint the back because I don't want any paint to get stuck on his back. So I just left it like that. You won't see that anyway. I was also thinking about when I remove these, I was gonna sculpt a backpack. So when you have this in his back, you can also have it'll look like the backpack. I was gonna put something over it. So I might still do that, but for now, let's get that out the way. So the Iron Spider-Man. This is a classic, a figure on a lot of people's wants list. Hasbro, I think they're slacking. This is also another one I believe Hasbro's coming out with. Let me just give you the list real quick so I don't have to make a whole video on it. What I think Hasbro is gonna release in the next maybe year or two is gonna be all new Spider-Man, Noir, Punk, Cosmic, and Iron Spider. I believe these 5 are the next spiders that Hasbro's gonna release for the Spider-Verse. If I'm wrong, whatever, don't shoot the messenger. I'm assuming because these are the most popular figures that people want, And Hasbro is, oh, also I'm lying. Wait a minute. Let me go back. It could be this. It could be Punk, Noir, Cosmic, Iron Spider. What was the other one I said? The other one I said, then Spider Knight or Steel Spider, the Armored Spider. They're gonna make those, and the reason why I say this, and Kane, shit, they make, oh my goodness. I guarantee they're gonna release 5 out of those 7 that I named, and the most popular ones, I'm sure. And the reason why I say some of them is due to the popular Ultimate Spider-Man TV show. They released some of the Spider-Man toys, not Marvel Legends, and not from Hasbro, but it just leads me to assume that these toys are being produced or they're just seeing how they work. But anyway, let's get back to this guy. He is pretty awesome. I think I did a pretty good job with applying the gold. It's pretty even. Great thing about it is it's not gonna rub. One thing I will mention here that I should have did, and I just got lazy and then I did it afterwards, was because this is a Ben Reilly body, I decided to not even remove the webs. I just painted over the webs. I shouldn't have did that. And the reason why I say that is because I didn't know how easy it was going to be to just wipe the web off. I took the head from Superior Spider-Man and I had some nail polish remover and I put it on some cotton swabs. I just wiped his head off, and as I was wiping it, the black paint was just wiping off pretty easy. But unfortunately, I already painted the torso red, so it was too late for me to take off all the black paint. But it was a pain in the ass, just red, another coat, because it just wasn't covering the black enough. I was hoping that I wasn't painting so much red that it would eventually cause some paint rub, because the more red, the thicker it is, and the thicker it is, the less room I have to move my figure around. But everything worked out. It's fine. Next time, I know the next one, if I do another one, I'm gonna take off all the black paint first, and then I'll probably even sculpt these lines. But I do like the way they did end up. I'm sure that it does go all the way up. And I tried to match that as best as I could. Same with this, so when this arm goes up, it still kind of connects. When it goes down, it still kind of connects. But so yeah, you guys know Ben Reilly's torso is blue. His hips and then his torso is blue, which sucks because I wanted the Scarlet Spider. I don't know how to swap torsos with hips, I guess, butts, whatever. I don't know how to swap these pieces. I know you got to crack this open, and that's a lot of work. I don't want to damage a figure. There's still some things I need to learn, so I'm not the greatest customizer. I'm not even top notch. I'm just pretty decent at painting and executing a figure that looks comic accurate. I said if I paint it and it would come out decent, I would be happy with it, and I'm pretty happy with it. You know what's funny? This reminds me of the Japanese flag, but not that one. Also, I left the serial code. You can tell I didn't really have to paint much of this leg. I painted just some of it to kind of match the paint I was using with the factory paint that was with the red. And for the most part, I matched up pretty well. So you can see that these arm guards go up at the tip. These things will be okay. Paint at the bottom a little bit. These hands pop off easy, and you guys know. Oh, that one was a little hard. Let's put on these fists if you guys want. They just pop right in. Pretty suave. Just like a regular Hasbro figure. No modification necessary. This is just Scarlet Spider hands, so they fit pretty perfectly. And their fists, so. Same thing, I sanded down in there a lot, so you won't get any. You can see the gap in there. And that gap is perfect, so you won't get any rubbing in there. I didn't do the other side. I feel like it wasn't needed. And the hand's just one thwipping hand. I couldn't find another one, so one was good enough anyway. We don't need that many thwipping hands. But if you guys want, I can show you what it would look like with 3 things real quick, if you guys want to bear with me. Oh, your mama. So that's what it looks like with 3 legs. and the two fists. I'm gonna show you without this background really quick. Maybe it'll pop out a little more. I don't know. Let's pull this back. Let me turn off these lights too, see if it makes a difference. Not so much. If you guys want, I can give you a quick comparison. On the far left, you have the old Toy Biz Iron Spider-Man, and on the right, that's the that new Ultimate Spider-Man things. Definitely a kid's toy. It doesn't move much. But I used them both for reference. I kind of went with both of their designs. More with the left design, you can see. Just kept it more true to what Toy Biz did, and to what it is anyway in the comics. The right looks too kiddish, too bright. You guys are mostly familiar with this one. The sad part is my son likes this figure a lot. This figure is disgusting. For the time, it was cool. I got it at a comic shop for 20 bucks, brand new, so I'm not mad at it. But it doesn't have any waist rotation, and the head doesn't go up much. It's just not a lot of articulation. It just feels like it's gonna break. The wrists don't spin. This is just a bad figure overall. I was gonna use these tentacles, take these off and put them on him, but I just didn't like them, to be honest. Even though they are articulate and I can move them, so it does make it a little better than these. I think Hasbro should put out an Iron Spider-Man because it is doable and painted wouldn't look bad, so that's the comparison with these three. So on the 1 to 10, guys, what would you rate this? 1 being and 10 being holy couldn't be better. And if the logo was sculpted, would it make a difference? Is that a make or break situation for you? Again, thank you guys all for coming. And if you like what you see here, please subscribe to see more. Don't forget to like and comment your thoughts. Thank you, everybody. 978.
Sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing.